I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime. Hello everyone, Falli again, and welcome back to Modded Ready or Not. This time we're going to play Maple Valley High School, which is an active shooter scenario taking place at a high school. The tablet says that the scenario is randomized each time, so let's see how this plays out. You know, for this scenario I've given everyone just basic Mark 18 Glock pistols, one shotgun, and the patrol officer uniform. I thought, you know, maybe this is just some patrol officers quickly responding to an active shooter, which is, you know, as far as I know, the standard operating procedure, that you just get in there as quickly as possible and don't wait for, you know, SWAT to show up. Is this the shooter? No. So, don't have time for this, boys. Let's keep moving. But the shotgun this time instead of mirror gun. We don't have time. We have to move quickly to stop the shooter. I think this was a thing that was really heavily criticized in like Uvalde or however it's. Okay, I'm hearing gunshots. How it's pronounced. Come on, boys, we have to be quick. Lives are on the line here. Okay. One shooter. Mission isn't complete, so I guess there's more than one. Like, usually these things are one-man shows, I guess, but... Oh, I'm hearing gunshots now that I think about it. Like Columbine, you know, most famous school shooting was two shooters, so I don't know, probably not always. Oh, so now we did it.
Doc here. EMTs and trailers are standing by.
Yeah, that's how it goes, you know, you have to move in there and, you know, quickly stop the threat, even, you know, at the risk of your own life. So, you know, that was, as I was saying, Uvalde criticized, right, because the police was just waiting for SWAT, I guess, to show up and didn't, you know, do anything themselves. So a lot of kids died, and people weren't very happy about that, you know, for good reason. I guess, I don't know, there was some more dudes here, but... Yeah, I mean, it's just completed and...
Situation is diffused. With that said, there are no words for the display put on by this team today. Absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, okay, buddy. I stopped the shooters. No civilians were killed. Anyway, this is something this mod, don't know if it's been ported yet, like Elephant Redux. And in that map, it's also an active shooter, but the civilians start off, you know, trying to escape and running towards the map edge, I guess, to be rescued. So you don't have to, you know, individually arrest and rescue them all yourself, which I think is a good change. Just quality of life. But yeah, anyway, school shootings, a lot of standard operating procedures are from the US, I guess, but even here, in the aughts, like the early 2000s, there had a few of them, like Emden and Winden. Emstetten and Winden, that's the name. Were the most famous, I guess, and, you know, it was also decided back then that, yeah, the police have to just get in there as quickly as possible to stop the shooter. Can't wait for a SWAT. Have to risk their own life, and that's, you know... Okay, that's cool. Is that a custom model with the hockey mask? You know, just have to accept that, you know, they're putting lives at risk, but that's part of what being... Like, that's part of, you know, being a police officer. There's actually another incident, like last year, I think, where a policewoman just fled from, like, an armed suspect, and she was fired for that because, you know, the court decided she has a duty to protect the public, even at the risk of her own life, so... But yeah, here, like, gun laws are obviously a lot more strict than in the US, so instead of criticizing guns, they criticized violent video games, which is why you have a lot of that idiocy from that time, with games getting censored or banned, and that just stopped it I don't know, at some point, just, I don't know, more or less out of the blue, I don't think there were any new legislation or anything about it. So, that's cool. Like, World War II symbolism, like Nazi stuff still gets censored, but gore and so on, no, not really. I haven't seen that get censored in like a long time. But yeah, violent video games were criticized, so that was pretty idiotic. The discourse about it was just abysmal. Anyway.
I got it.
You know, actually the...
Hands up! Hands up! Down on your knees!
Yeah, I just might have been the shooter, but no. Like the main game was supposed to have school shooting, but you know, Void pussied out and changed into a community college.
Entry team, this is Talk.
Hearing gunshots. I'm not seeing a shooter.
Let me see those hands! Police, get down!
Oh, I almost shot you, buddy. I gave one guy a shotgun. One of my favorite fun facts that the Department of Education has like 25 shotguns on their TOE, which, you know, if you ask me, is a lot too few, but yeah, I know it's probably for some, you know, internal police force or something, but it's still funny. Just reading that list of active users and then, oh, Department of Education. Anyway, actually, yeah, about the school shootings here. At the bookstore recently, I saw a book written by a survivor of that, like 20 years later, and I've been meaning to buy and read that because that sounds like a pretty interesting perspective. Yeah, it's me.
Hands up! Do it now!
Who said that? I don't know if I said that already, but these assets with the Warthog, like I thought they were AI generated, but they are from an asset pack, the like motherboard, which, you know, kudos for that these days. It's so easy to just churn out some stuff with AI, but instead they went out of their way to, you know, buy this asset pack, so that's cool. I mean, I get, like, obviously you can't expect some one-man mapper to, you know, churn out, like, buy $1,000 worth of assets for a single map or anything, but I don't know, I think you could just commission some stuff like that, like Fiverr or something, pretty cheap. Just Fiverr, or probably not Scap if you want stuff done on a, you know, in a reasonable time frame and not wait 20 billion years. Where's the fucking shooter though? Where is the shooter? I'm hearing gunshots.
This is Talk. Proceed with mission.
Element to Talk.
Element, this is Talk. Send him.
Yeah, I'm sending in my resignation. I think Elephant is actually the only mission in the game that's hard-coded to stress out your SWAT mates, like squad mates, not SWAT mates, silly. Squad mates in like commander mode. Even if you like do it perfectly. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Down on the ground now!
Okay. Wait, where's the shooter though? Yeah, I'm hearing gunshots, bro, but where are they?
Are you here about my dad?
What? No. Unless that's the shooter. Yeah, I'm trying here, buddy. I don't know what you want me to do. Yeah. Okay. Did you see that? That was fucking amazing.
I'll get him ready. Gotta do this.
Begin a search. Secure all contacts.
Like, he was in this room for like how long, and
You are
didn't kill a single student. That's pretty sad. Oops.
Talk reporting. Notifying trailers.
Yeah, I'm not searching for 20 billion civilians again.
Mission is complete.
Let's see. 38 civilians secured. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, quick little map can be completed in, under 2 minutes if you get lucky with the shooter spawn. If you go out of your way to rescue all the civilians and so on, it gets a bit tedious, but if you just want to, quickly get in there, stop the shooters, fast as possible, then you can complete it pretty quickly. Map worked fine, AI pathfinding worked fine. It's nice randomized, but I think it's the only thing that's randomized is whether there's 1 or 2 shooters. I've not seen more than 2. I've replayed it a bunch of time off camera too, just, I had some audio issues, but essentially it always went like that. Yeah, I think they could maybe do some more with the randomization, like maybe, add bombs like you have in the elephant map, and, it's precedented, right? The Columbine shooters also set up some explosives, or maybe you could, instead of some school shooters, you have some Islamic terrorists, who use the hand and have them show up. So, you could go in there completely underprepared, and but yeah, I mean, it's a fun map, works fine, probably a lot of fun in multiplayer. If you're really rushing to get that shooter as quickly as possible, I think it would add a lot more if shooter actually targeted the students. From what we've seen at the end there, he was in the room with 3 or 4 civilians and didn't shoot any of them. They only shot at the police. So I don't know if that's a coding issue or just something I put in to make it not frustrating. But I think that would add to the game. But fun, has potential. I would recommend it. I'm going to look for some more maps. And until then, have a good one.